Good morning, Taryn. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you.
We were talking this morning about the Drury Arts Administration major. I was wondering if you could talk to me a little bit about the major and who's involved in that.
Absolutely. Well, up until this year, Kay Osborne headed the department. It's a 35-credit major, and you pair it with either 2 minors or a major in an arts field. So, for example, I'm an arts administration and a theater major. And basically, it's where business and creative meet together. I like to say that it's a little bit of everything, and it's also in your own language. So, you know, there's a lot of business people that can transfer over and pick an art form and do their art, and it's fairly easy to do that. A lot of arts people don't know very many business aspects, so it's hard for us to transfer into, say, a management position when we haven't taken classes like accounting and marketing and advertising and things like that.
So this is an undergraduate degree, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And tell us a little bit about some of the folks who are in the major right now, different things that they're doing, so we get a feel for exactly who's engaged in that.
Well, like I said, we have Kay Osborne. She was the head of the department. They haven't announced who's taking over next year, but she teaches classes such as nonprofits, where you learn about how a nonprofit is different from a corporation, and that's kind of interesting. We also have Sarah Cochran, and she heads the Arts Administration Practicum class, where we work at the art gallery up on Commercial Street, and we help organize the art openings for every First Friday event up on First C Street Stroll. And then we also organize our own gallery. We are put into groups, and each group organizes a gallery opening, and we also have a fundraiser in the spring that we're involved in. There's not too many students involved right now. In my class, there's only 10 at the current moment, so I would say between 40 and 50 students in the entire program as a whole.
Are there costs associated? Could you talk a little bit about the investment that students would expect if they were to engage in the arts administration major?
There's no monetary cost, but there's a lot of time commitment. They focus, especially in the practicum class, on getting real-world experience. So, like, for example, in the fall, you would work about 5 2.5-hour shifts up at the gallery, and then all that outside of class time working on your final gallery, which would be the December in the fall. And then in the spring, there's a lot more time put into it. You're split into groups. Each group takes a month and does the gallery show, which incorporates inviting guests, finding artists, marketing, advertising, making sure the gallery's put together, so physically moving things, going up there. I know I spent like 6 hours up there by myself the night before my gallery opened. We also have a fundraiser, and that requires about the same things. You need to pick a topic and get permission from anywhere from the venue that you're having it in. And then in the spring, you work 15 2.5-hour gallery shifts. So that's a pretty large time commitment.
How long has Drury had this major?
This major has only been going for a couple of years. And we're the only school in Missouri that has an arts administration undergraduate degree, and it's still a developing program. I know that for next year, Kay was saying there will be some changes that are being made. It's being adapted as we go along.
Have some of these students then graduated, and can you tell me a little bit about what they've gone on to do?
I don't know personally any students who have graduated from the arts administration degree. I know current seniors. I'm a junior right now, and a lot of them go on to be either working at any arts organization in town. A lot of them have interned in town at the Creamery Arts Center, for the ballet, for Springfield Little Theater, like any arts organization in town. Some have also moved on to do work in advertising, at advertising agencies. We take the introduction to advertising, and then we take a writing class in advertising and public relations as well.
So it's kind of like where creative meets business.
Yes, it's a little bit of everything, and in your own language. We're always talking about the differences between mostly nonprofits and corporations. So we're talking to you artist to artist and teaching you business.
Well, that sounds great. Thanks so much for your time today, Taryn.
Thank you very
I really
much for
appreciate
having me.
it.